Okay, if that works, then you should be able to see my ugly mug. Although I can't see my ugly mug. Although I can see my ugly mug, so I think it's working. I'll check in the chat. This is the Roundup for the Roundup stream for the Lightning Hack sprint, which has happened. So are we live? Just checking the stream. And then, so we're going to I'm going to share this link, and then we're going to pull in some of the BP people who've been working on projects at the Lightning Hack Sprint. So you'll have to bear with me. Apologize if you're tuning in now. It's not the best of content. So I'm going to pass around the link, and we should start getting some Bitcoiners dropping in to hang out with us and talk about all the things they've been building. Koinikaris is going to be with us. Suhab from RTL, OpenNoms, I hope, who's been working with the Blitz and then on the toolbox as well. I'm not sure who else will join us. I'm sure we'll get a couple of people. Fairly sure we're live. Yes, we're live. There we are. Fantastic. Great. So hopefully someone will join us in a second. It's been we've had a long stream here today. We've had, you didn't see, we had a 7-hour streamathon of all the people involved, or a load of people involved with the hack day. Fascinating chats with people like Alex Bosworth and Oliver Googler, the macaroon guy from L&D. He was with us yesterday. Elizabeth Stark, a whole bunch of fascinating people. The Claire developer and
is on.
Have we got someone joining us? Hello?
Yeah, hi Ben.
Hey, how's it going?
Great, nice to see you.
Oh, nice. There we are. Cool.
Hi.
There we are. You're the first.
So this is going to be the Roundup session for today.
I think it's going to be the Roundup session. Yeah, see, it makes sense to make a separate video rather than have like an 8-hour YouTube video with a Roundup at the end, because some people just want to watch the Roundup, I imagine.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, sure.
So, I mean, we're live now, by the way. I need to tell you, just so you know.
Oh, really? Okay. So I think I'm just waiting for the presenters. I'm just watching. I didn't really prepare stuff. So.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay, we're live, everybody. Just so you know. Live on YouTube now. So who've we got? We got Max. Is that Max Hillebrand? We finally got you back on the WCN. No, it's a quiet Max. That's okay.
Yeah, it must be someone different. That just
must be someone different. Yeah, it must be someone different.
Not the one.
So this is. So I suppose people will just join this as a Jitsi feed, will they?
Yeah.
Does that mean?
Yeah.
Does that mean that? I mean, maybe I should make it more obvious that it's live on YouTube, because people may join thinking it's just a Jitsi.
Sure. Where are we, Tan? So what have you been working on this weekend? Not much really to talk about, really. I was just listening to some sessions. I worked on installing my Lightning node again, and I was really just on the sidelines watching stuff. It was really interesting. I learned a lot, but I don't really have something to contribute right now, which I can show what I did. Yeah.
What node have you been? What are you working on at L&D Blitz?
I'm using the L&D, and I'm using it on an Odroid. It's an Odroid HC.
Oh, nice, man. Because with the Raspberry Pi 4 coming out, I cancelled I ordered an Odroid, and then I cancelled it because the Raspberry Pi 4 was announced like the next day.
Yeah, really.
But I really
like my Odroid. It's a lot faster than the Raspberry Pi. I mean, okay, now the Raspberry Pi 4 is out, but the one before the Raspberry Pi 3, it it was really too slow, I think, to do syncing and stuff. And I'm really happy with the Odroid.
Just so you know, whichever Max you are live. We're on YouTube Live, it's a live stream. So if you whoever it is who wants to stay on, I probably should have told everyone before they just jumped on that we're live streaming.
I don't mind. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks. feel bad not telling you. Yeah, the Odroid. I mean, I think it's still faster, the Odroid. But there was some. I heard from the Nodal guys. They had some issues with. I mean, there's just. I mean, Raspberry Pi is just such a large. Got such a large infrastructure, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so yeah. I mean, I really did set it up from scratch. I used one tutorial by Stadicus 3000. He did an excellent tutorial on really how to install everything by hand, how to install the Bitcoin daemon and the Lightning LND and stuff. And yeah, it's not really an out of the box solution, but you certainly learn a lot doing it. And yeah, I have it running all the time. I kind of like it a lot.
And it's relatively stable, like it with heating and things.
It's absolutely stable, yeah. It's been running for I think a year or so now, since the first time we set it up. It doesn't really get hot. I mean, half of the casing is just a large heatsink, yeah. It's basically a large heatsink, maybe the size of a 2.5-inch SSD, and you've got this small platter on top. And so running with the SSD together, it's very, very quiet, doesn't get hot. Yeah,
because that does worry me about the Raspberry Pi 4. It does get quite warm, you know.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it comes with a fan, and I find fans quite annoying. I don't want to have this fan sitting there running 24/7. So I kind of decided against that. Yeah, it's true. Raspberry 4, it has got a very small form factor, but also it comes with a noisy fan, I think. So yeah.
Yeah, particularly on that initial lockdown. Maybe you can just put a passive heatsink in, but I mean, it's warm. Like it's just one of those pieces of technology which I'm not 100% comfortable, like just running while I'm asleep, you know, next to my router. It feels like it might burst in, like in a 3D printed PLA box, which I suppose would probably just melt if it heated up too much. But it always kind of worries me it's just going to burst into flames. But then at the same time, we've got the 3D printer running as well, so maybe, you know.
Yeah, they had an issue with that. So Stadicus is now working at this company. What is the name? They are Swiss Crypto Secure.
So Crypto Advanced, is it that Stefan's one? Is it Crypto Secure? Another one, yeah, they're making their sort of high-end node, aren't they?
Yeah, not Stefan, not Crypto Advanced. The other one was Swift or Shift. I think Shift. Yeah, it was Shift. The Swiss guys. Yeah, so Stadicus showed me a prototype this summer. And actually, it had a 3D printed case, and it started to melt. Yeah, it was actually kind of getting soft. And we said, okay, yeah, we need to work on this a little more. At least for the initial box download, we need a fan or something. So yeah.
Yeah, I think over time as well. Like even though it doesn't feel like a lot of heat, I think over time, like PLA. What's great about PLA is it melts at a low temperature, so it's easy to print with. But for you know, if you've got a little warm node, even if it's not hot, it's just warm over time, like that plastic, surely it's going to deform.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe
it'd be interesting to see. I like the metal case solution which OpenOMS came up with. I thought that was pretty cool for the Blitz. I don't know if you've seen that.
No, I haven't, but I also like metal cases. Yeah, who did it? Who was it?
OpenOMS. He came up with it's like a Speak of the Devil. Is that him? No, it's like so we've got a whole bunch of people joining here. I think they're probably just viewers, I guess. Yeah, so it's I think it's folded steel, painted steel, like black steel, and it's nice. It's a nice shape as well. It's not square. It kind of like the screen's on an angle, so it's nice and easy to read. But it makes the Blitz look like actually with the crypto cloak stuff as well. I mean, those products, they make the Blitz, you know, like a professional product, don't they? You know, it's
yeah. I'm just about to Google it. I'm just trying to find out how I can get it. It seems like a fancy.
He sells them. Yeah, they're not that bad either. They're like 40 quid, I think, for the case, and it's totally worth it. I need to get one at some point. Very professional looking. It's OpenOM's open. I'm not. I think he's got a shop actually.
OpenOM's, yeah.
Shop, it's called. He'll be here soon, so I'm sure we can get him to shell it.
Yeah, sure.
Not that you'll be able to get it delivered, to be fair.
Okay. Yeah, I just saw Konstantin from Donner Labs for a split second. Maybe he wants to present something he did.
Did he pop on?
Are you here?
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah,
cool.
Maybe I want to show our game again after the wrap-up stream.
The first-person
Twitch
shooter?
live stream, probably. Yeah, the first-person shooter.
Nice, man. Can you can show it now from here?
I can show it now. Yeah.
I was guessing.
I mean, the wrap-up stream starts in 3 minutes, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it's streaming now. It's streaming live. I hit go live on YouTube, so we're all live now.
Ah, nice. So it's time for me to show.
Yeah, get in there. Good time.
Great.
See it? Yes.
Holy shit. So cool.
So this is the game. As I said, it's a first-person shooter, which is centered around lightning payments. Basically, my goal as a player is to collect these cubes, which are Satoshi cubes. And as soon as I pick up, you can see on the right screen, I now have next to this skull, I have a bounty, basically. And this bounty slowly gets converted to my earnings, which is the number down of it. And basically, if I kill other players, so there are 2 other players besides me on this server, I can collect their bounty and collect their Satoshis. So on the top right, you see V Zenga now killed Warbabel. And now he probably collected his bounty. So I still need to find them. And if you want to play it, you can join our MetaMost chat channel. I can post it in chat then. And I can give you a Steam beta key. So the game is on Steam, currently in like an alpha stage. Ah, there's someone attacking me.
Yeah, shoot him.
I learned yesterday that I'm still pretty bad at the game.
This game you made. It's funny.
And he has a shotgun, so up close he's pretty strong.
But for the demo, he needs to die so we can see you looting.
Yep. Come on. Yes, I killed him, so now I can collect his bounty. Ah, no, I got killed. So we have different weapons and stuff. And the money has to come from somewhere, right? So all this advertising you see can be bought from our website. So here you can see, you can basically add Satoshis to advertisers, or you can create yourself as an advertiser. And this money, so these player sats then get one-to-one distributed in the game. There's also some fun stuff like increasing the bounty of players directly, so I can increase. Give me 1 second. I can increase my own bounty basically.
So if I paid for an advert on there, is there any guarantee like how often, what the hit rate, what the what's the word?
That's a good question. We've not found the correct metric yet for that. I would say we want to have basically you buy player minutes, how long a player can see your banner. But maybe it's better to not think, okay, you're buying your time, how long you get viewed, but you're basically buying goodwill, right, with the players, because you're basically gifting them money.
Yeah, that's great.
Nice. So I will be live streaming later after the wrap-up stream, and I have a lot of Steam keys to give.
What's the max amount of players you've had?
I think around 30, but I think we can support up to 70 per map per server. So, yeah.
What about cross compatibility? Is it cross compatible?
Currently on Mac and Windows only. We probably will be on Linux at some point, but mobile I don't think so, because the game is actually running a Neutrino LND node alongside it.
Oh yeah, that's a really important point actually. How did you do that? How did you get the Neutrino node in there and get it in Steam as well?
But basically, I don't think Steam knows about it, probably. So, but I mean, it is basically to be to accommodate to our local German law, where basically custodial wallets are pretty hard to so that you're legal as a custodial wallet. So our solution is to basically, okay, you need to run Neutrino alongside the game, and we have what we call a daemon, which is basically a LND, our sane default LND configs, which is LND with Neutrino. We accept keysend. We also use keysend for a lot of stuff. And we have a backend which collects Satoshis for you until you have enough sats so that we can open a channel to you. So we also do some channel management for you. But yeah, basically it's just LND. And this daemon part is what we want to open source in the next weeks, because it has to be, right? Because if you run an LND node, you probably would want to know what we do with it. And yeah, some statistics. So today we had a really weird bug. So there's one player who earned 2.2 million Satoshis already, because for some reason we spilled out 2 million Satoshis today, and there was just this one player playing. He was pretty lucky, I would say.
Sorry, there's some confusion over the link. I thought there were people posting a separate Roundup link, but they weren't.
Okay. Yeah, so I will just post the link to the chat channel. After the stream, I will stream on Twitch after this Roundup stream, and you can join, and I can give you some keys if anyone wants to play. I can give some keys, but you can also basically play by becoming an advertiser. Or there's also we have also Lightning auctions with hodl invoices. So we try to include everything cool there is with Lightning and cool LND payments in the game.
How do you do payouts? Do you use LNUR withdrawals?
Not yet. I actually tried to do that, but I was not successful yet. And
so I can
probably talk with you about that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can help. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people in the LNURL community who
We tried LNURL, the thing where you can pay and not withdraw, the LNURL pay link, to increase the bounty of other players, right? So that I can just scan a QR code on someone's stream and increase his bounty by paying the invoice, but it was not successful. But
yeah, it's limited. I mean, pay's great, but it's quite there's less. What about payouts for players though? I mean, because LNUR withdrawal is perfect.
Currently, payouts are not that great. Let me show you. This is not something I put a lot of time into yet. Is the payout UX? So here you can see this is basically all the LND stuff starting. So yeah, here we have like this wallet stuff.
Oh, dude!
You just pay out an invoice, but that really sucks, because it's just a normal player. Because some of our players, they have never heard of Lightning before, and they don't know how it works basically, and they don't know that they need to, like, they cannot pay out their whole amount because there's fees, right, and stuff like this. But we also do is like we have this. You can do LNCLI stuff in here, so I can do get info. You can see all my PUBG and stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I'll totally help you set up because the LNUR withdrawal now would look sick. Just it pop up with a QR code. You scan it, you get your funds. You know.
Yeah.
You could have the fallback scheme in there as well, so it sets up like an Insta wallet if they just scan it with a regular QR code scanner too, which would be pretty good.
Yeah, but I think that's it for me. Don't want to.
It looks so good.
The wrap-up stream. So yeah, if anyone wants to join, I posted the chat channel and.
Yeah, quit your screen share just so you don't.
Yeah. Where do I do that? Right here, right.
It's the sort of thing people forget, and then they.
Share your screen. Where can I do that?
There we are. Oh. So, how long? I mean, is it? So you're still giving out keys. They're like preview keys, aren't they? Which means that it's not. I mean, has it been accepted by the Steam store to be rolled out? Is it just a case of you kind of like finishing the product, or do you have to wait for Steam to like verify it before you roll it out?
I think Steam will. At this point, I paid $100 to be on the Steam store, and I think they at some point will check it, but not at this point. So as soon as I want to go like real live, I think they will check some of the description and store pages and stuff, and maybe then they will get back at me. I don't know.
I hope they're inspired. I mean, that's the scary stuff, actually, isn't it? you don't want to get too much of over the Lightning Wallet thing, but I mean, I hope they're inspired by it and then can see that the how important it is that people are able to sort of learn liquidity and spend money in games through something like Bitcoin on Lightning. So I hope hope it's not something they kick up a fuss about, but something they embrace. And
I think they could. I mean, how cool would it be if your local Steam would include a neutrino LND? I mean,
it's not much. It's not much resources.
Bandwidth efficient. It's super space efficient. It just works. And now you have this cool stuff like cryptographic identities and stuff like this.
Yeah. I mean, is Light Night, is that also going through Steam?
I think they want to go to Steam, but I'm not sure about that.
That's funny.
I mean, it makes sense. If it's that easy, everyone should go on Steam.
Yeah, there'll be a barrage of Lightning-powered Steam games. The Lightning-powered games which are about to hit Steam.
Hopefully.
Right, so we're now in the official wrap-up time, so we need to get some folks in here. Phil Kornikeris, are you in here anywhere? Because I think he was going to be, or Rootsel. I can see a Rootsel. Say hello, Rootsel.
Yeah, there seems to be some confusion about the channels. There seems to be another wrap-up going on, moderated by Rootsel.
Is there another wrap-up going on?
Yeah, it's kind of, if you check the chat, the Lightning X print on MetaMost, you see the confusion.
Oh man, I said, look, I'll set up a new stream.
Yeah, right. Still, there seem to be two. So some of the missing guys are on the other stream.
Yeah. Well, we're the ones live on YouTube, so hopefully
both are live on YouTube actually. Both streams seem to be live on YouTube.
Oh, they have a stream live on YouTube too?
Yes, yeah, seems like.
Oh man.
Some confusion.
Yeah, it might be a case of us skipping over to there. What do you think? Is that people? That's people dropping out of this stream and going to that stream, I guess. The official one. They up. All right. Okay. Oh, he's put on fullmo.org. All right. So yeah. So we'll jump off this and then we'll go to fullmo.org. Sorry, people in the WCN chat. We'll switch over to fullmo.org.
Okay. See you there.
Yeah. See you there, man. That's annoying.